Hey everyone, welcome to New Jersey Wedding Podcasts. We are your hosts, Andrea Pertel and Celia Milton, and we are both professional wedding officiants here in the state of New Jersey. Thanks so much for joining us today. This is the podcast to listen to if you are planning your wedding in New Jersey.
That's
And
right.
how's it going with you today, Celia?
Good, good.
Yeah.
It's yeah, we're getting ready for the weekend. I have a wedding at the Cross Estate. I have to get that right. It's a beautiful park in Bernardsville. It's right around the corner from the old mill inn. Some people will go there to do their pictures, but it's a beautiful park for an elopement. And I've got a big elopement there. And then on Sunday, I'm going to the Tides.
That's a
Yes,
beautiful location.
it really is. And it's beautiful to me because it's 3.5 minutes away.
I have a great wedding weekend lined up too, and both venues are very close to me. That's always nice. There's no big traveling. Tomorrow I'm going to be at Shadowbrook in
Oh, it's so pretty.
Shrewsbury, beautiful venue.
Yeah.
I'm there quite a bit. And then I am back at the Wave in Long Branch,
Nice.
the Wave Resort in Long Branch, overlooking the ocean. I was just there last weekend.
Nice.
So I'm happy to be there again this weekend, and that's going to be a lot of fun. That's
It
going to
will
be
be.
great.
I
Yeah.
feel a little guilty because I'm going to the ties, which I can literally walk to if I had to. My partner Michael is going to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, yeah. He's got a bit of a drive ahead of
Bye
him.
bye now. Have fun.
But we all have those. We all have those.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Yeah.
But
We we
yeah.
just finished a great interview. I really like this interview because he's enthusiastic. Anthony with
Yeah.
Knight Rider Limo. Having transportation for your wedding is very important. There are things you don't think about with it.
Right.
First of all, they have a fleet of whatever you like.
They
They
have
can
everything you need
if
from
you
air.
need car
Yep.
service, you can give their number out to your guests who are coming in from the airport and say, "We recommend, we're using
Yeah.
them. Call them for your if you need a ride to from the airport to your
Right.
hotel, and then for your wedding, they have everything."
They have the party buses. They've got big limousines and
Yeah, the
little
beautiful
shuttles and yeah.
limousines like your movie stars arriving. They offer the red carpet treatment with the champagne. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I was thinking about this for myself. Like I really have not thought about a limousine since I was doing a lot of airport stuff and had to get them myself. And it just doesn't, okay, if you've got a spring and summer wedding, you've probably got all the big fun stuff, the reception and a beautiful cake and a great ceremony with a professional officiant. You knew I was going to go there, right?
Right.
But you may not have thought, and you probably booked your room block, or you probably should have when you booked your reception because the room blocks go really fast. But those people do have to get from point A to point B, and the
Right.
safety aspect of well,
Yeah. The
the
safety of it.
the safety at the end and the on time aspect at the beginning, and
Yes, because as we spoke with him about just having a limo service or a party bus service is for a wedding is so different than maybe for your prom or something
right,
because weddings are on
right,
a
right,
timeline. And so they have to be well versed at the timing and communication because often they'll get picked up early, maybe the bridal party and the family members and the bride and groom, and they will
right.
go around to different parks and locations, different beaches, parks, locations for their photos, their before wedding photos. That's part of the timeline, and then they have to get to the venue on time. And then there are the buses or whatever service they've booked with Knight Rider Limo, whether it's the party buses or just the big buses that bring the people from the hotel to the venue. Everything has to be on time. And it was interesting for me to talk to him about, you know, the timeline and what do you do if you're not going to hold a bus of all the other guests up because one person they leave at a certain time.
Somebody always can't find their lipstick,
There's
really.
always somebody we
there's
all
always, and
know
you know
that
what?
one person, that one friend who
That's
we
right.
love, who's 30 minutes late to everything, and they can't wait for you.
So you make them their own invitation that has a different time on it. That's my solution to that.
Yeah, yes, right. They get that separate one that has its
That's
45
right. It's like,
minutes
oh, it's
earlier.
her. She's never on time. Oh my God. But,
And then they will offer the after party, the late night driving around if you're doing the
I think
after
that's
party.
crucial. Yeah, I think
As you
that's such a
said,
good idea.
safety. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, and there's just I think for you especially at the shore, and we talk about this a little bit, having all your key people, your wedding party, parents, photographer, having them all on a bus to go from here to there to the beach back to the venue. They don't have to get in separate cars because it's going to take 5 times as long, and you are on a schedule. The pivot point really is getting to the ceremony on time, because by then you've had your makeup done and all. But there are logistical things to this beyond the luxury aspect that I think make it a very compelling choice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so important. The timing. I always go back to the timing with this. You need a
Yeah.
professional, people who know what they're doing, people with experience, because not only are vendors on a timeline, venues with their
Yep.
staff, and if everybody's running late, and you're not going to get that time back
No,
in your cocktail hour or your reception. They're not going to be like, well, yeah, we'll pay our staff
Yeah,
to
everybody
stay
else.
later.
We'll
We'll
just
stay
everybody will
open
stay.
later for you because, yeah, it's just not how it works, as anybody can know.
Yeah. So I mean, it is a necessity, I think, at this point in time, but it's also, you can use it as a style feature too. And I think I love the idea of having a DJ on. When he was talking about the party buses, I'm like, I would have one of my DJs on that party bus too.
Arriving, whether you've chosen the stretch limo, the party bus, or any of their fabulous vehicles to choose from, it sets the vibe. It's the first thing, right?
It really is. It really is.
And the
So,
safety feature, you're so right about that. It's so important. You want to be able to let loose, have some drinks and dance and not think about it. That's okay. We have the driver. We're
That's right.
fine.
Right. I actually had a couple who met on a party bus.
Oh, really? Oh,
They
what
did.
fun. What a
They,
fun personalized ceremony.
we had fun with that. We did. We did do a little bit of airbrushing on the actual details, but it was it was fun.
Love it.
So there you go. I bet probably Anthony has no idea that there could be romance blossoming on the party buses that he's
Yeah.
renting.
Yeah. So
Well, he
everyone,
was fun.
stay tuned for this upcoming interview with Anthony from Knight Riders Limo, and yeah, they have the airport service, the limo service, long distance
everything.
travel, the party buses, whatever you need,
Whatever you
they
need.
can help you out.
Yeah.
All right.
Very enthusiastic too.
Hi, I'm Andrea Pertel, owner of For This Joyous Occasion Officiating Services, and I'd love to be part of your special day. With over 14 years of experience and more than 400 five-star reviews, I'm a professional wedding officiant who takes pride in creating personalized ceremonies that reflect your unique love story. Whether you're looking for a religious, non-denominational, spiritual, non-religious, interfaith, or multicultural ceremony, I've got you covered. I'm based at the Jersey Shore, but I happily travel throughout New Jersey. One of the things couples love most about working with me is my original Build Your Ceremony menu. It's a one-of-a-kind feature that lets you design your ceremony exactly how you want it, choosing from a range of options to make every moment feel uniquely yours. So, from intimate elopements to traditional weddings and anything in between, I am honored to officiate your ceremony. Visit For This Joyous Occasion
Our company was established in the year 1992. So the previous owner, they were the Knight family. So there's a pretty long legacy that they have here.
I really think that's kind of sweet. They can help engaged couples and wedding planners too go from stressed and overwhelmed with transportation logistics that are completely confident, and it'll make you at ease on that big day with luxury, reliable, well coordinated wedding transportation without the hassle of juggling multiple vendors or worrying about lateness. Lateness is something we all worry about. They literally have every kind of transportation you need for that day, from picking up your relatives at the airport to limousines for your wedding party to shuttles for your guests, or maybe taking your wedding party for pictures. They also do long distance and chauffeur services too. I think they really have everything kind of covered, don't you? I like it. Tell us about your company.
Celia, yeah, thank you so much for the introduction. It's a truly an honor to be here today. Yeah, so first and foremost, my name is Anthony Rugel. Like you said, I'm the president and the director of wedding operations here at Knight Riders Limo. We were established in the year of 1992, and in the year of 2014, that's the year that my father inquired the business. So I pretty much grew up with the business. So I was around 12 years old when my dad first got the company. So that's this company is all I know. So I've shadowed him since I was 12 years old.
So you
Just
you have
seeing
experience. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
yeah. So I've seen it all. I've seen all the different customers that he deal with. So just being able to shadow my dad throughout this time, having a great mentor in my life, being able to just learn from him. So now that I'm graduating from college this week, so now I'm able to implement my own ideas. He's given me the authority to do these things. So it's truly just an
Congratulations.
honor. Yes, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
So tell us how it works with Night Rider Limo and weddings. What do you offer? What's your, I guess you call it your fleet of vehicles.
Yeah. So yeah, weddings are pretty much our specialty. So we love wedding season. It's currently wedding season as well. So we offer, when it comes to stretch limousines, we have plenty of stretch limousine. The bride and the groom love it. We offer red carpet service, a complimentary bottle of champagne, just to ensure that our couples has one of the most special days of their life. So like this is a day that they always dream of. So like just being able to provide the full experience when they use Night Riders is something that we truly pride ourselves on.
I
When it,
love that, Anthony. I think, and that's a great photo op, a wedding photo with the
Definitely.
stretch limousine, and they put out the red carpet and the bucket with the champagne in
Yep.
it, like halfway down the carpet, and the couple coming out of the limo.
Yeah.
What a vibe that is. What a great photo op. I did not mean to interrupt
Yes.
you. I just wanted to
No, no,
say that
yeah.
is really fun.
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And just like they deserve the
Mhm.
full service, like this is one of the special days. This day is all about them. This
Love
is
to
something
hear get
they
that.
always
Yeah.
dream of. Yeah. So yeah, we want to be able to provide all of it. Just make sure that they have the most special day of their lives. And when it comes to their guests, we provide shuttle bus service. So we have luxury mini coach buses that we're able to transport their guests with. And we have party buses. We offer black car service, luxury vehicles. So we pretty much offer the full service, whatever you need. We could accommodate any size party. So we know the amount of guest ranges and the amount of numbers. So we have our fleet is very pretty diverse when it comes to that. So we're able to accommodate any size party. So we have party buses, like I said, it's a great time for like the groom's party, the bridesmaids, the shuttle buses, which is a very nice, sleek touch. Um, all the guests have a great time. All the guests rave about how much they love the vehicles. It's clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have TVs, they have lights. So it's a great time overall, just to make sure that all the guests have a great time as well. So like that's something that the bride and groom worry about. Make sure that the guests
Right. And
have
it
a great
starts
time.
on the party bus. Party buses are so much fun. And I will tell you, I recently had a micro wedding. Micro weddings, these smaller, intimate weddings. Are popular right now.
Hmm.
And I had a wedding with just 15 people on the beach. But because it was so small, they went all out and they all
Hmm.
arrived on the party bus. And then they took the party bus to a restaurant afterwards. It was a great way to elevate your experience, whether it's a micro wedding or a big wedding.
Oh, I
Yes.
agree. I agree. There's nothing like, and the other thing too is that weddings are such time sensitive things. And
Yes.
all our venues are like, we're going to start at this time and cocktail hour starts at this time. And having your guests be, and if your guests are staying in a hotel, the odds are that probably they have no idea where they are. And to have them be able to get someplace on time so that everybody's relaxed and you have your wedding party there on time for, for pictures and the, pre-wedding festivities, that makes the whole day, if the beginning is like that and smooth and a wonderful experience, it makes the whole day go better.
Yeah, Anthony, how do you guys figure that out? Because driving for a wedding is different than say a prom, because it's prom season now. Because I don't
that's
think
true.
those kids care if they arrive at 7 or 7:15. But a wedding is a time sensitive event, and and you're coordinating all the other vendors arriving and all of that. That seems to me to be probably like, how do you coordinate that with
Yeah.
traffic and
Yeah, just constant communication. So we have a good team here at Knight Riders Limo. We have a good team. So it's constant communication. So there's a lot of different factors that could come into when it comes to, let's say, traffic, an accident. You got to put these things into place as well. So a constant communication between the drivers, between myself, and just make sure that we take account to anything that can happen. So also have a communication with the bride and groom or whoever, the wedding planner, whoever we need to talk to, whoever's responsible, just to ensure that they know that we're going to be here. We always show up early just to account for any of those mishaps, like I said. So constant communication, taking these things into account. And like I said, we want to ensure everyone's at their destination at the right time. And we just make sure that they're safely as well. So just making sure that we communicate amongst each other to make sure everyone is there on the time and have a great time.
because traffic or an accident happening a block in front of you is out of your control. I mean, you could be
Yeah.
ready and on time and stuff. I guess, in today's world with GPS and stuff, that's great too.
Mm.
So,
What's your best advice? Because people ask, because of course, when we're talking to couples, we're usually talking about time and timing for ceremony and first looks and all that kind of stuff. What do you tell people, or do you advise them on like what to tell their guests about, like, okay, your wedding is starting at 5, or the arrival time is 5 o'clock. Can you help them figure out what to tell their guests?
Yes, yeah. Like I said, yeah, it comes with the constant communication. So when they tell me a time where the ceremony starts and they want their guests to be at a specific location at a specific time, we make sure to get that message across between the driver and between the bridal party and the guests. So we have a cutout. When it comes to these parties, we usually have multiple buses. So once one bus fills up, that bus can leave, and the other bus waits for the other. But we also have a cutoff time to ensure that they get to their destination at a certain time. So we make sure that the wedding planner or the bridal party has that time set, and they make sure that message is carried across to the guests to ensure that everyone's there at the ceremony at the right time. So we have a cutoff time, and we make sure that message is across to make sure everyone's there.
I would imagine
that-
that
get on
is
that
something
bus.
you have to enforce, and it's probably awkward, but there's always that one person who's super late, and you can't keep
Yeah.
everybody late because, Susie's still working on her hair.
Yeah.
And
Susie
you
should have
just
got her
have to
act
say,
together.
you're on Uber. We're
Yeah.
leaving. We got to go.
Yeah, we
what
had
can you do?
Yeah, we had one person do that actually. So yeah, so the buses left and there was a cutoff time and we had to make sure everyone was there at the ceremony at the right time. And then we had one person left behind so that we weren't gonna leave them left behind as well. So we made sure to get one of our vehicles out there to make sure that they get to the ceremony on time and everything worked out.
That's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Helping the stragglers.
Absolutely.
Well, comes down to the day. Yeah.
What is your most popular? You mentioned that you have the stretch limos, you have the party buses, the luxury SUVs, and so. What is your most popular? Is there one that's more popular than the other?
Yeah, so we offer many different packages. So it all comes down to like what you prefer. So the party bus, people love the party bus. It's a great atmosphere. You have the wraparound seating, you have the TVs, there's a fireplace in one of our party buses. So it's a great
Oh,
atmosphere.
that's
People
so
love it.
cute.
You have a great time, especially the bridal party, the groom's party. You want to have a great time, you know? So they love the party bus. The limousine is a great time as well. If you feel like a rock star when you're in the stretch limousine, the
Yeah.
shuttle buses. So all of our vehicles are nice. All of our you gotta have different tones with each vehicle. So it'll come down to your preference. But for me, like I would say the party bus is a great time overall, and along with the stretch limousine.
Do you work out with, back to the party buses? They show the music and the people kind of having fun on the party bus and stuff and the lights and the drinks and stuff. Who do you work out a playlist with the couple or do you just put anything on?
Yeah, so there's always that one person in the bus who has who wants the aux cord, who's gonna be able to, who thinks they're the DJ, who is the DJ, who wants to get the
Yeah.
party off. So yeah, so there's always that one person who wants to
Yep.
connect, so they set the tone for the whole night.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
funny. But I think, especially at the shore, Andrea, wouldn't that be like, because
Oh,
parking at the shore in season, Andrea does a lot of beach weddings.
Mm.
It's hard to get people from point A to point B. And people who are not from this area, it always cracks me up. Like I work in Jersey City a lot. It's like, oh, it's Friday night. The traffic is horrible. Well, like, of course it is. It's New Jersey.
It's
It's
Jersey.
Friday. It's
Yep.
legendary. But I think that would be so convenient
I
for,
think it's essential to have,
yeah,
the shuttle buses, the party bus, or the limo when you are here during the summer season. I'm at the shore,
absolutely.
Anthony. I'm always at the beach or these beach venues because people can't park. There's no parking. It's
Yeah, I
July
know.
at
It's
the Jersey
bad.
Shore. You're going to circle around forever, your guests. And many of these venues don't have. The Sunset Ballroom doesn't have its own parking. Jenkinson's, all of these places in Seaside, they don't have their own parking. A lot of Asbury Park, some do, some don't. It becomes very hard. And something like the party buses and the limos, they seem to be able to double park, no problem, and let the people off and on.
I kind of like that. But even too, I'm thinking like the couples. I mean, I rarely go to the beach anymore. Thank you, Andrea. Um, it's terrifying to me. But
Yeah, and I don't
a
think
lot
it
of
should
times,
be.
like at some of our venues, they're technically beach venues, but they're not on the beach. And you want to get that whole bridal party to the beach to take pictures, and this is just the best way to do it. If you're trying to do it in a timely way, and plus it's fun.
That's true, Anthony. I guess you guys go around when you have the shuttle buses or the party buses. I see them stopping at certain popular locations
Yeah.
with the wedding party and the bride and groom and the photographer taking photos.
Yeah. So, yeah, we get many requests. So this is, like I said, this is one of the special days of their life. And they want to get all the pictures that they can. Especially like you said, like during this time of the year when the nice weather is coming out, everyone wants to go down to the shore. So like this time of the year, the beach is crazy. So we ensure that just to make sure that our couple has a great time. So yeah, we will stop at any location that they request for a special picture of their choice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just
Again,
makes so
that's
much
setting
more
up
sense.
the timeline and helping it go well for those pre-ceremony photos and at the different locations. Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever found in a limousine when you go to clean it after a
Oh,
party?
wow, that's a great question.
Interesting
That's a great,
Okay,
say.
keep it clean. Keep it
yeah, that's
clean.
actually a great question. I
I
mean,
hope
I
it
could.
isn't like the best man.
I mean, I could ask one of my chauffeurs about that, but for me, I haven't really found anything crazy. But I believe they have many different crazy stories that they have to tell me.
I bet people probably, especially in the party bus, right? So
Yeah.
they let loose. How far in advance should a couple contact you to book you?
Yeah, so we recommend a couple months prior just to ensure that we have availability and make sure all our vehicles that they want is available for them. So we just ask a couple months prior to your wedding when you know you're gonna have it set up. So previously 2 weeks ago, I actually had a wedding presentation during my class schedule, and it was we had to present your product, and I thought that it was a good opportunity for me to present my wedding presentation to get good practice, and I got
Yeah.
good feedback. I got good feedback from my professor. He gave me a lot of good advice, and one thing that he said to me that stuck out to me was not only are they buying your product, but they're buying you. Like as the seller and as the wedding planner or the owner, so
Yes.
that really stuck out to me as well. So just make sure I'm doing my job and doing what I'm supposed to do. Just make sure all the logistics are down to make sure that the wedding couple has the time of their life. So when they tell me a couple months prior or a couple weeks prior we have availability, just to make sure that we have everything available for our guests.
Yeah. Yeah. And the logistics, when you talk about that, I think there's so much more that goes into it, whether you are driving them around for photos beforehand, but there's also talking about being by the shore. There's contingency plans for bad weather. Oops, ceremony's not going to be on the beach
Yeah,
anymore.
that's
It's
true.
raining. We're
Yeah.
going 20 miles away to the venue. Everybody's got to let everybody know about that. Where are we going
Hmm.
now? And all those plans. Yeah.
Yeah, it's things can change on a dime, and
Yeah.
people having the confidence, and I think it really kind of all boils down to that. It's like having the confidence in the vendors that you pick that you're just not going to have to worry
Absolutely.
about it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, yeah, that's something we pride ourselves that you have full trust in us. You have full trust in me. So just maybe we'll just make sure that they're at ease with the choice that they make when they choose Knight Riders Limo.
Yeah. And something that's popular is I don't know how anybody has any energy left after a wedding is to have sometimes, especially the bride and groom and maybe their bridal party and some friends do the after party
Hmm.
somewhere. And then, but do you guys offer that, the late night
Yeah.
after party rides? I
Yes.
imagine that's got to
Yes,
be
yes,
fun.
Yeah.
yes, we do. Yeah, yeah, we absolutely do it. We've actually began that a lot as well. So like I said, like when you mentioned the party bus before, that's something when they have the after party, that's something that they request. They want the party bus. They want to have the great time. So yeah, we've been getting a lot of those lately. So yeah, so it's been great with the party bus, with the limousine and the shuttle. So it's been great overall. The grooms and the bride, they've been planning this for so long, so they just want to have a great time. They just want to let out all that energy that they have and just have a great time overall and just make it one of the most special nights of their life.
Right. And nobody wants to think about driving. So you offer everything. I mean, a couple can get Knight Rider limo to they can give your name out to their family members and friends who are coming in from the airport to get a ride from the airport to their hotel, rides to the venue for their wedding, and then the after party ride around.
Yep, yep, yep. Yes, yes. So we offer it all. We offer black car service from the
Yeah.
airports, from long distance to the city. Yeah, so we offer it all.
And whatever vibe you want.
Yep.
The elegant limo, the party bus. I love it.
Yep.
And how do people get in touch with you guys to find out, to book you and to find out what they want? Do they come and look at the vehicles or they just look at them online?
Yeah, so usually we have people from different locations. So most of the time they could look at it online or they could contact
Yeah.
me personally and then I can send them pictures or videos, whatever they need. But you can contact us we are on nightriderslimo.com. That's where you could best find us there. We have all our information there. You can find us on social media, Instagram, Facebook at Night Riders Limo. And we also have TikTok at Knight Riders Limo. So you could see us there. We have videos and pictures of all our fleet. And like I was saying before, our party buses, shuttles, and limousines.
That's
Okay.
great.
Okay.
That sounds really easy.
Yeah. And I think it's just a very important aspect of putting your wedding together. Obviously the transportation to the wedding and afterwards is very important. It's something every couple needs to think about. And we will be putting a link to your website as well as your social media sites on our social media sites. They will also show up on the menu on the podcast site. So if anyone's interested, they can easily just click right on it and go to your website or your Instagram site and see all your beautiful vehicles and get in touch with you or one of your employees and find out more about your services.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much for that.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. Best wishes for a great season and happy graduation.
Thank
Yes.
you, thank
Yes.
you. Means a lot.
Congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
thank you, Anthony of Knight Rider Limo, for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you so much. This was great.
Have a great day. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you. You as well. Bye.
This podcast is brought to you by New Jersey wedding officiant Andrea Pertel, owner of For This Joyous Occasion Officiating Services.
And Celia Milton, owner of NJ Vows Now. Also, New Jersey wedding officiating services. We're up in North Jersey, and Andrea is down in Central and South Jersey. So together we cover the whole state, don't we?
Yes, yes.